Hey everybody, so I just want to take a couple minutes to tell you a little bit about me and kind of my story and what my intentions are here, and kind of an idea of where things could go. So, first of all, I'm not a fitness professional. I didn't go to school for any of this. By trade, I'm a chef. I'm an executive chef in a private club. I've worked in private clubs for going on 12 years now. I've kind of bounced around in my career doing that. I started out in resorts. Was fortunate to do some of my training at the Greenbrier. So I've been cooking for about 17 years now. So that's kind of my first kind of knowledge base in life is around food, which kind of helps me in terms of dieting and nutrition, knowing how to cook. But one of my other passions in life has been for a long time is fitness and taking care of my body, which I've had points in my life where I haven't necessarily done a very good job of it. But I learned early on, particularly in my time working at the Greenbrier, that I was a better cook when I kept my body in shape. So that's something that's kind of stuck with me. I've always kind of felt like I'm at my best when I'm eating a good quality diet and doing my weight training and this, that, whatever. And I'm 35, so I'm not a 24-year-old anymore. So it's important that I'm taking care of my body, especially I've got a back injury these days. I've got a couple of blown discs, and weight training and all that has really been some of the best rehab that I've done with everything that I've had go on with that. But all that said, fitness is a passion of mine. It's something that I am kind of a student of, both literally and figuratively. I'm currently a student of Menno Henselman's with his PT course. Menno coached me for a couple months, earlier this year, when I got down lean back in the spring. And I learned a lot working with him. I'm learning a ton as a student of his and his PT course. It's been great. So really, my aim here with the channel is, for one, just to give some basic information to help people get started with a healthy lifestyle. There's so many different things that kind of get spread around out there. There's a lot of conflicting information. If somebody wants to get started, they should be able to go and get some just simple fact-based information. And I just kind of want to, as a part of the evidence-based fitness community, do what I can to get some of that information out there and make it simple and approachable, because this shouldn't all be some big mystery. But the other part of that is with my life as a chef. I'm very busy, and contrary to how you might perceive chefs if you're not in the business, chefs typically don't eat very well at all. A lot of chefs I know have some of the worst eating habits you've ever seen in your life. Like you can't even imagine how bad. Not to mention some of the drinking habits and everything else that go along with that. But it's a tough business to be in. There's a lot of days where it's hard to find time to stop and eat, particularly to stop and eat something nutritious. I've been there, I've lived it. So one thing that has been important to me is learning how to use my time very efficiently to put meals together for myself that they're tasty, they're nutritious, but they're also easy to put together quickly. So as things go along with the channel, I want to do more and more with food and show you some of the things that I do for meal prep and some meal ideas. I'd love to take some questions on hey, I really like this. How could you make this and make it diet friendly? You know, I want to help people with that. But, you know, let me just get one thing out of the way that, you know, if you're a little daunted by, you know, I'm a chef, I'm a certified executive chef, and I've been cooking for a long time. You know, if you struggle in the kitchen at home, don't worry about that, because this is not, you know, complicated frou-frou chef food. Because I can promise you, when it comes to my meal prep time at home, objective number one is to get it done quickly, and it to be simple and easy and stuff that I have time to do every week. And I use a lot of convenience products, things to make it simple and efficient. And I think a lot of what, you know, goes into that can be approachable for most people. Besides that, you know, I'm also going to be sharing, you know, my own process. You know, I just started dieting about a week ago. You know, I got really lean, or, you know, I wouldn't say really lean, not as lean as I intend to get this time around, but I got pretty lean working with Menno back in the spring, and then, you know, I went on went into a bulking phase and deliberately put on weight to try to gain some muscle. Went pretty well, but, you know, part of how that goes is, you know, you gain some fat to go along with it. So my body fat's up to about 18%. So it's time to kind of lose some of this fat and rip things up a little bit. So I'm starting from a much different position this time than, you know, when I started with Menno earlier in the year. So I'm going to share the process, and, you know, this is a data-driven approach. You know, the data on, you know, my weight loss rate and progress, that's going to dictate what the next steps are in the process. And that's kind of the message that, you know, I have for you guys as well. You know, go off of data, not what some bro at the gym told you. So, but I'm going to share the process on Instagram, so make sure to follow me there. But I'll also do, you know, some check-ins here on the channel every couple of weeks or so, just to provide updates, and you know, we'll go from there. The rest of it we'll figure out as we go along. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not a fitness professional. I'm a chef that's passionate about fitness, and, you know, I think those two things are kind of cool how they go together. I think as a chef, you know, one of the things I want to get active with somehow, and I haven't found a way, is, you know, one of the big issues in this country is healthcare. You know, the healthcare system, the health of people in this country, and, you know, there's so many issues with, you know, the health problems that go back to people being overweight, and a lot of that just boils down to people eating too much of the wrong stuff. And I think chefs have a very key role to play with this, and I haven't quite found my lane. I don't know how, you know, where the spot is for me to play a role in it, but that's something that I want to get involved with, and I want to help, because I think, you know, a key part of it is figuring out how to make food that tastes good, that's actually good for you. And, you know, it can be done, and it's just a matter of, you know, working with people, and that's something that I want to do. So stick around, there's more coming. Looking forward to hearing from people. Ask questions, and we'll figure it out as we go.